Hey, what's up, studs? Ryan here, or MandRproductions, with my review of the LEGO Star Wars Christmas X-wing set. Yes, guys, LEGO finally sent me this set for free, so thank you very much to the LEGO group for sending over this awesome little Christmas gift. And this was given to both LEGO Ambassador Network members and more predominantly to LEGO employees. This is the yearly Christmas gift this year for LEGO employees, or at least for 2019. I'm reviewing this in 2020, but the box art does show off that this is a 20 years of LEGO Star Wars 20th anniversary set, and I will say, not a fan of that. Wish they would have left that off. I know part of the reason they're doing this set for the employees this year is because it is the 20th year, but like it kind of makes it tough for people that were already collecting other 20th anniversary sets to get the full collection, considering that this set goes for about $300 on eBay, if not more. So definitely a very expensive set to get a hold of if you're not a LEGO employee or in a very fortunate position like myself. Anyway, the rest of the box art shows off this little stand here, a little igloo, but it is also a stand for the X-wing, which we'll get into later. You have a sleigh there for Santa, Yoda, and then your actual pilot is a Yuletide Squadron pilot in there with R2-D2 behind him, and some beautiful coloring on the X-wing. You got 1,038 pieces, set numbers 400-2019, and recommended for ages 10 and up. Beautiful box art. I must say, I really love the red color on the box art, unlike the, or not unlike, but they did black and white for LEGO Star Wars the last couple years between Rise of Skywalker and just the regular sets, but this red looks just gorgeous. I wish they would put this on the actual sets. Back of the box shows off the X-wing on the stand there. You'll see some characters just kind of walking around the outside of the igloo. There's all your minifigures on the bottom there. And then on the very back, we have a little message here. It says, 20 years ago, in a galaxy not so far away, the LEGO Star Wars story began. We mark this remarkable anniversary with a special festive edition of the iconic X-wing fighter. Enjoy. Simple, elegant, very nice little message there. So I have cut tape seals, and we're just going to pull up right here. Looks like this will fold on out. Beautiful stuff here. And we can open this right on up. Looks like we have a red interior to the box, which looks just amazing there. Doesn't that? Just looks great. We're going to have a bunch of numbered bags. Looks like maybe we have a little letter for your employees here. On one side, it is a poster, and on the other side, you'll actually find instructions to take apart the X-wing, and then you can actually store it in the box. And I would guess the reason for this is because it is a Christmas X-wing. They want their employees to display it every Christmas, but not have it out year-round, so it kind of keeps that special vibe to it. Very cool thought by LEGO to actually include that. And if we get all these bags out of the way, we'll get down to these manuals in here. Ooh, looks like, oh, that's really neat. Okay, so we have a single manual for the R2-D2 with sleigh there. That's kind of interesting. The next manual is going to be the igloo stand. Very cool. And of note, these do not have numbers on them, so you don't know which one you're supposed to build first, but I would assume you go smallest to largest, I guess. Master Yoda. Don't know why they put his name there. Interesting. Very, very different vibe to these instructions. Wow, that is clean. Oh, that is very clean. I love this so much. Wow. So this will open up, and I guess we'll have, ooh, okay. Wow. There you go. Nice. Pause that if you want to read that. In other languages, of course, ton of different languages, and then at the bottom, a plate. First up, we have R2-D2, who is just the regular old R2-D2. There's nothing special about this character for this set. You can see the print has the slight offset, it's slightly slanted towards the front on this particular dome, and that's something typical of these R2-D2 minifigures. LEGO does not quite have the quality control down on those, so that's the only issue I would see with it, but otherwise, regular old R2-D2 minifigure, not really a huge addition or subtraction for the set. Yoda is definitely where things get a little bit more interesting. He's got the regular old Yoda head there. However, he's got a very neat torso and back print. Really like the candy cane that's in between his belt and his shirt there on the back. And of course, on the front side, a lot of great printing. Looks just like the Santa Claus torso, more or less. And then on the bottom, kind of not my favorite, but dark green legs. I guess it does create the Christmas color scheme, but the dark green, I don't know. I just feel that is a weird color match, especially given Yoda's head. I feel like white or red would have just gone better, just because I feel like putting two greens there don't match very well, especially because they're different. So That's just the way I feel about this character, but still a nice inclusion, I guess. But the next figure is the best. This is the Yuletide Squadron pilot, who is exclusive to this set. Yes, an exclusive for a LEGO Star Wars Christmas set. He has a green bag, as he is basically acting as Santa Claus here. But he does have a very nice and unique looking beard. This is what he looks like without the beard, covering up the torso print. You can also see he has a very nice face print as well there. There is no second facial expression, though, unfortunately. That's just not included here. You'll see that there is a very nice continuous print, though, going from torso to waist to legs, which I really do enjoy. I always try to mention that when I see it. And of course, the color scheme is really nice. You got that dark green and gold and red going on there, kind of like Yoda with the dark green legs. However, I think it works a lot better on this character because you don't have the contrasting lime green of Yoda's head. But great figure, Yuletide pilot, and this is an exclusive to this set. I would not expect it to ever see it in another LEGO Star Wars set. So the set is built in 3 stages. The first of which is going to be bag 1 with your sleigh and R2-D2 here. And one of the coolest things about these instruction manuals, though, is at the bottom, there's actually a little progress bar that updates every time you flip the page to show you how far you've come on the build. And I think that's really neat. I mean, obviously, you can just kind of tell by eyeballing the paper, but I feel like that's something they should include in all their LEGO sets. We have a little sleigh here. There are wheels on the bottom, which are going to allow it to roll around just like this, very smoothly. You can see pretty low friction. We have very nice little, they're not horns, but they're, you know, nice detail pieces here. You can have a minifigure stand in here. It's kind of interesting that R2-D2 is in this one, but R2-D2 doesn't really go anywhere. I guess you can have him stand in right here, but even then, like, it's gonna fall right off. So it's just a very interesting little sleigh design. Really like it. The crates on here, 2 of them do have items in them. They have a gold minifigure in that one. This one has a little item in it as well. So you can put stuff in the other one. It looks like our little roller skate. So you can put stuff in all of them if you want, but only 2 of them actually do come with little presents in them. So I kind of find that interesting. But that is it for the sleigh. Manual number 2 is going to give you the little stand / igloo. And again, you're going to have that progress bar at the bottom. And this is going to be bags 2 and 3 of the set. And again, progress bar at the bottom goes along as you go along. Pretty dang neat. And bringing over the stand, you can see it's actually a very large thing. It comes with the base plate. That's actually a separate base plate in the box. I think it's one of the 16x16 base plates. So it's actually a very large base of land here, and you have a little entrance with a fire, and you have a couple of trees on either side of that as you walk on in to the igloo there. You can see there is a rubber ducky in there, which I thought was extremely cute. Little roller skate or something down there below, or maybe a little micro train. We have something on the right there. I'm not exactly sure what that little thing is supposed to be like at all. I really have no idea what that is, but very nicely decorated. You have some little Christmas decorations that fall off because they're not actually, these don't go all the way in, which I find kind of interesting. So they actually do fall off a lot. I was having some trouble building it until I realized that you don't push these little carrot pieces all the way in. So that's a little bit of a problem. You have some little ice accents there with the light blue. You can see the rubber ducky through a hole in the side there. The other side of the igloo is open as well. Not quite as decorated as the front end. And then you have the actual stand for the X-wing here. And here is the oh so beautiful candy cane X-wing. I mean, that color scheme is killer. Now, one of the things that I kind of realized I didn't like on this set, we'll just start with that off the bat, is actually the cockpit. I didn't like the cockpit piece. I felt like it doesn't match with the rest of the vehicle's aesthetic. I felt like they should have printed it in white. I don't know how hard that would have been to get done, but if they would have printed it in white or maybe red instead of this bluish color, I think it would have matched obviously a lot better. It's the one thing on this entire set that just stands out to me and actually I would say looks bad about this set. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. It looks great on all the other X-Wings, right? It just works perfectly, but obviously the special edition one doesn't quite work as well. So that's just where I'm at on that. Just one little thing I dislike about the set for sure. But anyway, you can take R2-D2 just like most other X-Wings. There's a little spot for him in there with one stud on a jumper plate on the left. And there he is. He's also very easy to take on out. The nose end of the X-Wing looks beautiful. Great job, as always, by LEGO with the shaping of this. A lot of this design is kind of borrowed from the 2018 X-Wing set, although I will say it's a little bit more different than I was expecting, but I will be doing a comparison with all the X-Wings, so keep your eye out for that. The landing gear is nice as you would expect. Kind of the same system we've seen before where you have the leg in the front and then you have have the two non-movable things in the back there on those pieces, so it's just kind of the same old, same old. The underside of the X-Wing looks good, I guess, not really important. They actually do finish off the bottom of the wings very nicely, just like the top side of the wings. They look exactly the same. They are built the same, so that's great. You have this really nice piece of tubing here, which I think is one of those things that's different than the other X-Wing that I think really adds a lot to this Christmas X-Wing. So the tubing, like I said, looks really good, kind of rounds off the wings very nicely. Then you actually have the blasters on the X-Wings, which are kind of candy cane colored, which I think looks great. And you have kind of pink on the front end there. Of note, there are no stud shooters, no spring-loaded shooters either. So you are missing some features or play features, but that's a good thing. I think that lets this set look really clean, and it's something that obviously you don't need on a set that you're not trying to sell to kids. You're just giving it to your employees who are all adults, because LEGO doesn't employ children. So that's definitely a good thing for this set that I think a lot of people would appreciate. The engines look good enough, I suppose. You know, same old design that we've kind of seen before. You have some very nice gold striping throughout the set as well, which I think adds a nice accent to the candy cane color scheme. And of course, you can open the wings into their attack position very simply by pushing up on this little lever here. So we'll lift the set up. Bam, open, and then of course you can push down on this, or when you land the set, well, I'll show you how you land it. Put the landing gear up. If you land the set and push down, it'll also snap those right back into place. So it works very well. Either way you want to do it. Very strong little build there. So I'll show you it put onto the stand here. If we bring the stand over just like this, we're going to have the stand. And then on the bottom of the X-Wing, you'll see the two open studs there. And you're going to line those two studs up on the stand there with the black rods. And just like that, the X-Wing is on there and looking pretty spiffy. I really like it on the stand. I think that's a really unique thing about this particular X-Wing. Obviously, they don't include stands like this in sets a lot, especially if they're not UCS. But even this is a very creative stand. It's not like a standard UCS style black kind of trying to hide it stand. This is a stand that they want you to see. So I think that's really cool about this set. Something, again, that they don't do in other LEGO Star Wars sets. And while you're at it, you can open the wings as well. There's nothing that's going to get in the way of you doing that. And I guess I did forget to show you the fact that you can put the Yuletide pilot in the seat there. Just a little seat, little control panel that we have seen before. The final feature, and one that many people may find potentially dumb, but is actually really useful, is the fact that you can actually store this set back away in the box when it's not Christmas season. And that's a huge thing, I think, for some people that aren't going to want this fancy Christmas X-Wing on display in their house all Christmas season. So like I showed you earlier, there is a little pamphlet that's going to show you exactly how to store this X-Wing. So I think first we'll go ahead and place the instruction manual in the bottom. For the instruction manual, you're going to have to pull the little things out of the wings here, and that's basically going to separate these wing pieces from the set, but they will still be connected by their rubber bands, so they will stay in their pairs. And then we're going to take our igloo here, and we're going to pull out this piece here, and also knock other things off in the process. And after we've done that, we'll just go ahead and put that back in so that we do not lose it. These like that. You're going to take the other pair of wings, drop them underneath it. We can take our sleigh like that, drop that in, and then you can actually take the main body of the X-Wing like that. Oh yeah, you are supposed to stick these back in just like that, just so you don't lose them as well. And now we should have everything stored up except for his little green bag. Drop that in, take your little pamphlet here with the little poster and everything, fold it back up, bang, done. Close the box up, and you are ready to go put this in storage for the rest of the year, other than your November, December, whatever months you do for your little Christmas display. So that is a really neat factor about this set, and it's very easy to do. I would imagine a few pieces would fall off, you know, during storage or whatever. You know, when you're done with that, it's easy to fix. Only a few pieces would have fallen off, and of course the bulk of it is easy to just kind of put back together. So a very interesting concept from LEGO with this. Obviously, you don't want to pick the box up or anything. You want to leave it in its downward position like that. So definitely not going to want to flip that or anything. All that in mind, you got 3 instruction manuals, a really neat set, and really cool box art that you can store the set in the box. The 3 instruction manuals could make it a very nice family build. Obviously, you can split it up amongst kids or multiple family members. Definitely a great way to have a good time like that. Of course, a beautiful model for display during the Christmas season, and an even more beautiful box, in my opinion, to keep the set in when it's not Christmas season, or just keep it in the box. Don't open it if you don't want to. Like, that's definitely a box that I feel like is a displayable box. It's got that nice shine to it. I love it. But I'm gonna rank this set a 9 out of 10. Really great X-wing, really great stand, really great little sleigh here. Obviously the box, a lot of thought went into the design and building process of this set, which I really appreciate. However, that little cockpit piece, don't love that. I wish it was in a different color scheme. That's the one off thing about this set to me. And I also don't like that they kind of locked the 20th anniversary wave, or the final set for the sub-theme of LEGO Star Wars being the 20th anniversary sets, behind a very large paywall for people that don't work for LEGO. That's just kind of a real shame, because this set's going to be going for about $300+ sealed on eBay. And if you want one, should you buy it at that price? If you're a huge LEGO Star Wars collector, absolutely. If you want to have every 20th anniversary set, you really can't say no. You have to spend the money if that's what you want to do as a collector, and I think that's okay. If you want this set to play with, I don't know what you're thinking about, don't buy it for $300. There's other X-Wings, they're much cheaper. I have them all down there. Like, just buy any of those. They are considerably cheaper than this one, and you'll get the same play value, if not better, because this one doesn't actually have like the stud shooters, flick fire missiles, and everything that some of the other sets have. But as a collector, I think if you are a serious hardcore LEGO Star Wars collector, this is like a must-have. This is a really unique thing. LEGO doesn't typically do licensed things for their employee Christmas gifts, so I thought this was a especially awesome and unique gift for them to give their employees, and of course to me, so thank you to LEGO for sending it to me again. But that is really all I have to say for this set review. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments section below. I think it's an amazing gift, like I said, but of course the $300 price tag, plus depending on where you find it and if you get a good deal or not on eBay, it's definitely gonna be a tough, hard pill to swallow for some people. So that's all I have for this review. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.